Ebonyi State is located in the eastern part of Nigeria and was created from Enugu and Abia states in 1996 under the military regime of late General Sani Abacha. With close to 2 million inhabitants, Ebonyi is regarded as Nigeria's most agri-friendly state, as it remains the leading producer of rice, yam, potatoes, maize, beans, and cassava in the country. Under the watchful eyes of incumbent Governor, His Excellency Dr. Dave Umahi, Ebonyi is considered one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. One of the keynote agenda of the state governor on his swearing in was to ensure that every man who can work must return to the farm. And this has been epitomized by the great works being done by the Ministry of Agriculture in the state. Aside agriculture, infrastructural development and youth empowerment are some of the other plans by Governor Umahi to make Ebonyi one of Nigeria's most outstanding states. According to the Commissioner for Agriculture in the state,
right from the time he came on board, he declared state of emergency in the area of agriculture. And that was why when he was being sworn in, particularly on the 9th day of May 2015, he declared that Ebonyi State will be a place to go in the area of agriculture. He went ahead to say that under his watch, agriculture shall be mechanized, agriculture shall be commercialized, agriculture shall be professionalized. And what all this means is that he will do everything possible to make agriculture attractive to the civil servant, attractive to the farmers in the rural communities, even to office holders. And that is why we have a policy that says every man, every inhabitant of Ebonyi should be a farmer, should have 1 hectare. That is what we call 1 man, 1 hectare program of the state government. And what it entails is that whatever you are doing in Ebonyi State, you should have a second address, and that is farming. The only condition for you to be patronized by the state government in the area of funding, the area of encouragement, capacity building, is for you to have a farmland. And it shouldn't be less than a hectare of land. We have over 250,000 arable land, particularly for rice production. And we are having less than 30,000 people, before now that who are interested in farming. But because of what we are doing, because of the advocacy, because of the sensitization, because of the interest and commitment of the government in the area of agriculture, I can tell you that a growing number of 85,000 farmers just last year went into rice production, including those patronized by government and those other individual, smallholder farmers. The challenges are quite enormous. We came at a time that is still session. Were it not for the character and personality of His Excellency Junior David NWEZE, it would have been very difficult in terms of funding. People before now felt agric was for leisure. Give them money, they will spend it on some other things. They will pretend that we are doing farming, nothing to show for it. But under His Excellency Junior David NWEZE, agriculture became agric for business. So people are finding it difficult to appreciate the shift in the system. And that shift in the system will definitely take us to the destination that we desire as a state. So that is the first challenge. Another one is issue of, making people appreciate the fact that everybody, even office holder, can be a farmer. In fact, our governor, I can tell you, the #1 farmer in Ebonyi State. He has rice farm, he has other farm products that he is really going into. So it is expected that everybody, including students living in Ebonyi State, should be part of the tribe.
Yeah, the position of this ministry, in our view, it is not normal for any healthy person, any young person that is healthy, to be idle in the society. It is said that idle mind is the devil's workshop. So it is prohibited in Ebonyi State for anybody who is sound in health to while away his or her time doing nothing, because manna doesn't come or fall from heaven. As the name connotes, is economic empowerment and job creation. We want to see our vibrant youths to be up and doing, to be able to contribute to the economic growth of the state and the nation, to be able to help themselves, to be on their own self-reliant. It is odd when you see people who are graduates or school leavers waiting for non-existing jobs. Like I said earlier, manna doesn't come from heaven. And how much is that government jobs they are waiting for? Is it sustainable? When you can, within days, get something much bigger than what a civil servant earns in a month. So is it not out of ignorance that anybody will now wait for a job that is not coming? That's why we said a number of programs we are running here to make sure we engage our youths. One, there is an empowerment program. We target 3,000 Ebonyi people, women and youths.
Truly, there were several construction works ongoing in the state. With the bridges being constructed in Ebonyi, the governor certainly has many projects to commission in the coming months. His Excellency Governor Dave Umahi is not only focusing on bridges. As a matter of fact, he also cares about the people's welfare, and particularly their health.
Previously, when we have cases of Lassa fever, we don't have isolation ward. The only tertiary institution that we have in the state don't have isolation ward. We don't have a diagnostic center to confirm the ailment. So immediately we told him all these challenges. He directed us to start constructing a virology center. And today, that virology center has been completed. And it is the best in the Federation and the only one in the Southeast. In fact, it was the day that Comprehensive Health Transformation Program team committee was inaugurated by the minister that the project was also commissioned. And presently it has all the state-of-the-art equipment. It has an isolation ward and it has a diagnostic unit.
Engineer Chief Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, is not only an engineer but a fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers. And that is why you can see tremendous achievements within this administration. His Excellency is a workaholic governor, an uncommon transformer. I think he's an encyclopedia of infrastructure development. Going around the state to see huge construction works ongoing in all the 3 senatorial zones of this state. Moving from the north, central, and south, you see quite a number of road infrastructure, bridges, ongoing. It is his promise to the people of Ebonyi State, and that is what he is doing. He has, I would say that he has exceeded his promise to the Ebonyans, we started with urban renewal, trying to make the capital city a place to be inhabited by the dwellers. And I think we have achieved 90% of that. We've been able to construct over 200 kilometers of roads within the capital city. Almost all the streets in the capital city are wearing new look now. Save for the 3 gingertic flyovers that we've been able to construct It's less than 1 year, 6 months that we started the construction of these 3-number flyovers. And they are the longest flyover in Nigeria today. The list is 22 spans, 15 meter, 22 span, and I think the highest is 25 spans.
I think the governor we have now come from God. And that is the reason why there is adequate security in Ebonyi. In Ebonyi state, we never had it so good like this. Before now, there were pockets of criminalities before he came into power. But since he came into power, everything ceased. Not only that, the security agencies were adequately mobilized and on time to do their responsibilities. He is a man who believes that with God, anything can be achieved. And that is what he has inculcated in all the lieutenants. So adequate security in Ebonyi is because the governor believes in God, number one, and two, he gives all the supports both to security agencies and even to internal security department to make sure that Ebonyi state is secured, because it's a constitution.
For the administration of His Excellency the Executive Governor, the ICT has become a moribund. None of the governors has actually invested or imputed in ICT. He's coming on board. He told Ebonyi people on May 29, 2015 that information and communication technology is going to be a bedrock upon which he drives the economic development, which his vision is situated on people, infrastructure, and economy. We have to automate the payroll system of Ebonyi State system. Where we automated the payroll, we now put every civil servant under the payroll system, automated it. When we automate the payroll system, it means that our salary is now automated. After we automated the payroll system, we do the pension automation. After automating the pension automation, now you can now see the Ebonyi State completely is now operating an automated payroll system. What has never happened before.
The rice mills in Abakaliki produce some of the best grains you can find in Nigeria and by extension West Africa. And with the developmental projects being carried out by the Governor Umahi-led administration, it may not be too far before Ebonyi State is regarded as Nigeria's food capital. Congratulations, Ebonyians.